Jelly, Jelly ass this dog.
Yo!
Jelly ass this dog.
Yeah, man.
Alright, here deal with me now.
Yo, me a free one, me a free.
Alright guys, so you guys saw video 1 and video 2 where we started the account from $120. We brought it to $360, then we brought it to $930, and now the account is at $2,000. Right guys, in 3 trading days, right? We managed to flip a $100 account by 200%, right? So that's something big for their account, right? And as I always say, guys, I'm gonna keep on growing it. I'm not doing a challenge or anything, right? But for day 3, we capitalized huge on GBPUSD. And if you guys were following the market, we had federal funds rate today, right? So I'm not gonna hold you guys any longer. I'm gonna show you guys the live trades after I give you a 1 to 2 minute breakdown. All right, let's go. All right, guys, so let's go over GBPUSD real quick, right? So if you guys were following my previous video where I told you guys I took my GBP buys here, right? I mentioned that I was looking for buys in 1.25 area because that's the main area, right? If we go on a higher time frame, we can look and see, let's take this down. We can look and see that we've been channeling to the downside on GBPUSD. Right around, say, November 3rd, we spiked up, broke these highs here, and we had price coming back into the impulse area and then pushing, and we started doing what? Creating structure all the way up. So we had a higher high, higher low, higher low, price pushing all the way up, giving us a reason to get a retest. We had structure going to the downside, right? So we all saw that move in the market, right? So for me personally, I mean, I saw a lot of people selling GU, a lot of people thinking GU is going to continue to the downside, right? But in my opinion, I feel like the retracement that was happening here was because we had a break of 1.25 thousand level on the daily, right? So let's go on the daily, right? Because this area here, it's the lowest point on the chart, right? It was the area that the market tanked from back in September. So I'm guessing it's gonna be the most, it's gonna be the strongest area. So once we had price rejecting from that area from a daily point of view, I said, okay, I usually approach GU on a daily time frame. So what would I be looking from a structure point of view? I'm saying to myself, okay, we had price pushing up, price pushing down, price pushing up. So now this area here is now my what? It's now my higher high, right? So now we had that higher low that presented itself here, right? And then we had that push. So immediately in my mind, I'm like, okay, cool. This is just a break of this area, right? And if I go on my daily, you guys can see this, right? We had this push here. Even if I go on the weekly, you can see it. We had the push above this area here with no retest into that level, right? I know you probably can see that this is the main area, but you got to learn how to do, different time frame analysis, right? Because from the daily time frame, we get that this is the main, support or resistant area, right? So now that we understand from the weekly perspective that this is just a break and retest, right? Now we understand that this entire retracement that we had here was just to do what? Give us that correction to give us what? The main move, right? And if I go on my higher time frame and use my Fibonacci from, the last higher low to where price reverse, you realize we have that perfect Fibonacci on that level, right? So without honesty, I feel like I shouldn't have closed my trades because, I was waiting for this move, right? But I thought that, I got into this move maybe like 15 minutes before FOMC because I was pretty certain about what was going to happen, right? And what do I mean? I'm talking about what? The federal rates, right? The big question was, were they going to do what? Give us a hold? Were they going to increase rates, or are we going to have a pause, right? What happened? We got 5.50. We got that pause, right? But if you understand the market from a fundamental point of view, you understand that inflation is going down, right? And if inflation is going down, that simply means there's no reason for a rate hike, right? Right? So, personally, I felt very confident on my buys. I was very patient, right? And we managed to bring the account to what? $2,000, right? So 3 days, as I said, we took to bring the account here, and I'm gonna go over the trade today, the live trade when I was taking these trades today, right? Because we did it live today on a Zoom call. All right, so let's go. All right, so we were going ahead and we took some buys on GBPUSD. We know we have FOMC shortly. And we had core PPI coming out 0% this morning. All right, so I'm watching that, but definitely we're looking at these buys on GU. This is gonna be my only trade, so if it fails, it fails. I'm not gonna force it or anything. All right, so let's see if it plays out. Oh, Jelly, you see this dog? Jelly, you see this dog? All right, here deal with me now.
Yo, me a free one, me a free.
All right, a pause we come out with, dog. That alone me kind of iffy. Yo, Kobe.
Yes, me.
Kobe.
Yeah, man, 'cause me actually still have to throw big
Regular
up,
me
big
I
up
tell
that
Kobe
video.
and Rashad say we just do them thing, brother. Them a thing we need to do, brother. Them a thing we need to do, bro. On a regular basis. We might can't do it day-to-day basis, but if we even squeeze in a one Zoom a 1 week time, or you get what me I say?
No joke. What channel will I buy up on the gold that look nice about
Alright guys, so you saw the live trades, you saw me closing the trades, you saw where the account is at, right? Yeah, also I did a $500 withdrawal out of the account. That's why the account is at, 1,400 something. I did a small withdrawal, right? Because what's the point of, making the money and the money is virtual, right? You gotta get some in the bank account, right? So I did a little withdrawal. Hope y'all are not mad at me, but I decided to do one, right? But as I said, I'm gonna keep growing this account. I'm gonna keep posting my live trades. I'm gonna keep being very transparent with you guys. And if you guys wanna see, where the account gets, subscribe, because that's the only way the algorithm is gonna do what? Put my videos out there, right? So as I always say, I catch you guys in another one, okay?